I think if Jones doesn't fight Tom Aspinall and he retires, we know what everyone's going to say. I don't even need to say it. You know what I mean? So Jones, I think his back's up against the wall.
But I can't stand by and hear when people say that Jon is afraid to fight and then fill in the blank. First off, I have to correct it because it's not a unique thing to Jon Jones and his skill set. You could say no fighter's afraid, or you could say every fighter's afraid. I couldn't possibly care less. I don't know what the point is. There is nothing within Jon Jones's past that would make you think, regardless of fear, it has held him up from moving forward in his pursuit of his own personal dreams. There's just nothing there.
If you look at it on paper, Jones has never been a knockout artist with his hands. Mm-hmm. He takes people down, he wears them down, he has master game plans. The fight IQ is through the roof. Taking Tom down, I don't know. He's a great wrestler. He probably could. He took DC down a couple of times. I think Tom could get back to the feet, but on the feet, I think Tom takes his head off. I really do. Jones has been caught a few times. That Machida probably, and this is the thing about Jon Jones. This is how great he is. I'm going to go back to the Lyoto Machida fight to find out and highlight a time where he was kind of hurt and wobbled, and I don't know when that was, 2012 or something. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not ripping on Jones. I think he's incredible, but I did say Jon Jones could not hold a candle to Tom Aspinall, and it's starting to look like that.
Bisping talked about him beating Jon Jones. By the time they actually fight, Jon will be another year older. He'll be another year older. By the time Jon comes back, he'll be another year older. So I'm not saying it's far fetched. And this kid's 30 years old.
Yeah,
he's a baby, man, and he's just figuring out who he is, and how good he is, and filling into his body, the man strength. Like, he's really just getting there. And for a heavyweight, I mean, he can fight for another 10, 12 years.
Gosh, listen, I think he's the only guy in that heavyweight division at the moment who can match the athleticism of someone like Jon Jones. He is a mountain of a man. He moves like a lightweight. I think he's got better submission skills on the ground than Jon Jones. I think wrestling might be an issue a little bit, right? Off his back, he might have some issues. But as far as his striking, his ability to put you out with one shot, he's got greater knockout ability, in my opinion, than Jon Jones at the moment. So yeah, if this guy stays healthy, good luck to anybody trying to unseat him. It's going to be very, very difficult. I could see him holding on to that belt for a long time, and man, he is special. There's no question about it.
I think that you put me in there with anybody, and with how dangerous and explosive and not just my physical attributes, but my mental attributes are what sets me apart from other fighters, is I can make really, really good decisions under massive pressure. And not everybody can do that, and I think that I use that to my advantage every fight that I'm in. And if I'm in there, no matter what circumstances I'm under, I can win. And I've done it against everybody else. Why can't I do it against Jon Jones? If I hit anybody clean, I can knock them out 100%. I'm sure of it.
Look, I think Aspinall will give him a really good fight. I think it will pose his challenges, but Jon is such a smart guy where it's like he knows how to pick his paths of least resistance. See, I think that's what Jon does better than most guys. His ability to mix it up as a mixed martial artist, like Gustafsson, better boxer, Glover Teixeira, better boxer, Vitor Belfort on paper a better jiu-jitsu guy, but Jon submitted him. Almost got corner arm bar. His resilience and toughness and heart pulled him through, even breaking his toe against Chael Sonnen. It's like he's been in all these tough challenges and has kind of walked through the fire. And I mean, there was 2 fights I thought that he arguably lost, or you can make a case for a draw. And that was the Gustafsson fight, the first one, and then the fight with Dominic Reyes.
I was fighting Dominic Reyes, and it was in round 1. He hit me with like a spinning back kick to the face, and then he punched me in the stomach, and I hit the floor, and it was technically a knockdown, And even the look that he had in his eyes and the way he talked to me before the fight, telling me he was a multi-sport athlete and he wasn't afraid of me and that he believed it was his destiny to beat me and all this type of stuff. I got in the fight with him and he was giving me a true run for my money. He was the only other person to do it to me outside of Gustafsson. And I remember thinking to myself, you may have met your match, Jon. That's what like a voice said to me right in the middle of the cage. It was just like, you may have met your match. And as clear as day, I saw a door. I saw a door in the octagon. And it was just like, hey, you've had a great career. You've done a lot of great things. This kid, he wants it. He's hungry for it. Jon, it's okay. It's okay if you come up short in this one. Like, just don't let him knock you out. But you know, you can just kind of skate through this one and let him have it. Let the kid have it, Jon. And something just as clear as that other voice said, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Not you, not today, not me, not now, Bubba. Yeah, and I decided, I just made the decision, dude, maybe you're going to win this one, but you're going to fucking have to fight me. And sure enough, one foot in front of the other, and we ended up getting that hand raised.
I mean, when it gets hard, we all want a way out, and so fighters, we stay in there just a little bit longer. Jon Jones will stay in there regardless of how hot the heat gets. I mean, I'll go back to the night that I competed with him, but he had his bones sticking through his foot. They had an ambulance to take him to the hospital. He refused, wrapped his foot himself to go to the press conference, then went to the hospital later. I mean, there's things that he's digging deep like he did with Gustafsson. Every upset comes from one ingredient, which is the guy that gets upset finds himself in a fight that's harder than he thought it was going to be. And that happened to Jon against Gustafsson. It happened with Jon in the round with Vitor. There was ways out, and he never takes it. I mean, I just got to tell you, he is dog tough. And so how Jon is going to go out there and try to skin that cat, that's anybody's guess. I would imagine he'd try to close the distance. He'd use some of those legs, but Tom moves awfully well, man. He's quick for a big guy.
And I'm going to give you what I see when I watch Jon Jones is when guys are pressuring him and they're coming forward and they're looking tough and mean, like they want to hurt him. Obviously, it's a fight. And, you know, I think Jon does a great job of, you know, watching his opponents, good eyes, good reads. And he finds like the in-betweens where he lulls guys to sleep a little bit with his range because he got such long-ass arms. And he could trap you, hand fight with you. Then he'll throw the spinning elbows. He'll throw the side leg oblique kicks. And then they kind of come out of every nowhere where it's like one shot at a time and then he keeps chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. He's not the most explosive guy. He's not the most powerful guy. It's his IQ where he uses his physical gifts to outsmart his opponents. And for me, that's what wins him the fights.
And the most important thing with Jon Jones is what is it that makes him special? It's his damn competitive spirit. He's a better competitor than he is a fighter, but more importantly, it's his experience. It's his championship experience for that matter. You know, watching Tom Aspinall win the world title or the interim world title, I mean, he's already celebrating. I mean, it's an interim, Tom. You know, save those tears when you actually win the real bout.
Yeah, I know I've seen people online already, oh, he's not the heavyweight champ yet, he's the interim champ. Well, he's gonna be the heavyweight champ, you know what I mean? He might only have the interim belt for now, but we all know that he is gonna become heavyweight champion of the world. For me personally, Jon Jones is the GOAT, you know what I mean? He's the best of all time. But if anyone's gonna give him a fight, it's Tom Aspinall, you know what I mean? He's got the speed, he's got the jiu-jitsu, he's got the power.
I just think, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say I think Tom Aspinall beats Jon Jones, because Jon Jones is a guy that wherever you are good, he will neutralize it and he will move on to something else.
Honestly, I believe in my power so much and my precision that I need one shot. Like, it's proven now at this point. It's all right me sitting over here talking about it, but at this point it's proven. I got to hit you one time. If I hit somebody, they stay hit. They don't start recovering, mate. I'm one of the best finishers in the UFC right now, if not the best finisher. Like, my record speaks for itself. I can finish anybody on this planet, including Jon Jones.